This video has been funded in part by the Guild via Patreon. Check out the links in the description or at the end of this video for more details. Hello everybody, my name is Chris Gildart, and I am finally taking a look at the PC port of Samurai Warriors 4 DX. Now this game was shadow dropped on Steam a while back, and though it has taken me a while to get this video out, I do still appreciate Koei Tecmo America for giving me a review code. I played Samurai Warriors 4 when it originally came out in North America back on October 21st, 2014. Too bad I'm not from Europe because they ended up getting it on my birthday that year on October 24th. Now, I played this on PS4, and I'm still working toward that Platinum trophy. It looks pretty good on PS5 too, though I don't think it gets any special upgrade like Dynasty Warriors 8 does. Either way, we got a Steam release of Samurai Warriors 4 DX on May 14th, 2024. On a side note, I'd like to think that this was released to celebrate this year's Musou, at least that's what my headcanon is. Anyways, Samurai Warriors 4 originally released on March 20th, 2014 in Japan, so it's been over a decade since the vanilla version was unleashed onto the world. So how does this port stack up? Now, full disclosure, I'm not going into this video with the intention of reviewing Samurai Warriors 4. I already did that back in 2018. So if you're interested on my thoughts, you can check that out in the iCard. Instead of reviewing this game as a whole, I'll be taking a look at how the PC port stands up to the PS4 version that we all know and love. But before we go too far, don't forget to give this video a like, comment with your thoughts below, and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's jump into things. First things first, some of you may be wondering, what does DX mean? Well, it usually means Director's Cut. These versions of games tend to have extra content or updated content that the director wanted over the producer or any other party. Think of The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. When they brought it over to the Game Boy Color, it had an extra dungeon and of course wasn't piss green. Oh, come on, that's the best part! So now you might be thinking, what does Samurai Warriors 4 DX have over the base version? Nothing. It's just the base game and all the DLC. Well, not all the DLC. There were a few custom character parts and one costume for Kanbei that were based on the NHK drama Gunshi Kanbei. But that's all that's missing, which is honestly understandable because this was Japanese exclusive content to begin with, and licensing rights are the bane of my existence. As far as I can tell, nothing else has been altered, added, or taken away. If there was anything, then it must have been something small. Honestly, what we get is a great package for anyone who missed out on the original release of Samurai Warriors 4. Unfortunately, this only released for Steam. No DX version for PlayStation users, no release at all for Xbox, and what's probably the most surprising is no Switch release. This game actually released physically on Switch in Japan on March 14th, 2019. So wait, is this PC port meant to be a celebration of the 20th anniversary of Samurai Warriors, the 10th anniversary of Samurai Warriors 4, or the 5th anniversary of Samurai Warriors 4 DX on the Switch? It's just one of the greatest mysteries of the world. I just can't understand why they didn't release it for Switch when the game already exists in Japan, just not anywhere else. I can kind of understand why we didn't get it on Xbox, considering it never released on that console to begin with, and I can kind of understand why there was no PlayStation release because the base game and DLC is still available on the store. It doesn't mean that I'm happy about it, but it just means that I understand why. This would have been the perfect opportunity to give the Samurai Warriors series its first modern console release. Give us an enhanced version on PS5 and Xbox Series with 4K resolution and 120 frames. Give us a goddamn Switch port in English already! All that being said, I do think this Steam port is incredible. I'm not really sure if resolutions above 1080 and frames above 60 are possible because I only have a monitor and TV capable of going that high, but I have seen posts saying people were able to achieve higher. I honestly didn't look too deep into whether that was through forcing or if it was natively in the game, so if that's a major concern to you, you may want to do a little bit more research. One thing that I was very concerned about when I initially saw the announcement was whether or not this would have the same graphics engine as the PS4 version. Now, why I had this concern is for many reasons, mostly because I have trust issues. It's also because there were a handful of Musou games released on PC early on that only had the PS3 textures. Dynasty Warriors 8 and 8 Empires did this, but so did Samurai Warriors 4 2. Yeah, Steam users had the PS3 version of Samurai Warriors 4 2 all this time, but no base game and no Empires. So the only way to experience the Samurai Warriors 4 iterations of these characters on PC with the best textures was through Samurai Warriors Spirit of Sanada, which mainly focused on the Sanada clan and didn't run the best on PC, or Warriors Orochi 4. My sympathy goes out to you, PC Master Race. So it is with a happy heart that I get to say that we do get the PS4 textures with this release. Now, if only Koei Tecmo would push an update to the other games to get the PS4 textures as well. I will say it does seem like there are some differences in the graphics between PS4 and PC. It's very minor, but it does look like there's a bit of a blur off in the distance on PS4, while the view distance on PC is clear. Other than that, I couldn't really notice anything else other than the resolution being a little bit more crisp. I will say there was an issue on launch where enemy and allied troops and generic officer colors were only red or orange, with the exception of Motochika's troops and the Shimazu. They were, for some reason, fine, but this has since been patched, so you can go in knowing you're getting the true experience. The whole game is here too. The story mode that follows specific families and clans, the Chronicle mode, which is where I've been spending the majority of my time trying to unlock all the weapons and costume parts, and of course, free mode. Keep in mind as well, this is a port of the base version of Samurai Warriors 4, not Samurai Warriors 4 2. For some reason, I saw a lot of people saying they were disappointed that Naomasa wasn't playable in this game. I don't know what these people were talking about. He's in the game. He's just a generic officer and is only playable in Chronicle mode. Sure, it would have been nice to see his Samurai Warriors 4 2 model and moveset be playable here, but he was still a generic officer in this game. Naomasa has some lines as a generic in this game, so their only choices would either be to take lines from Samurai Warriors 4 2 or leave his generic voice in the game. I don't think either option is a really good choice, and sure, they could record more lines, but I also don't think Koei is trying to give us more than what the original experience was. Like I said earlier, we do get all the DLC costumes, including the Samurai Warriors 1 outfits. Though I am a little disappointed they didn't go the extra mile to give us the Samurai Warriors 2 and 3 outfits in this engine. We've never seen these costumes beyond Warriors Orochi 3. At least we didn't get anything taken away that we didn't already have on PS4 here in the West. We also get the DLC weapons, horses, stages, and music. So this entry may be worth it for those on PlayStation who didn't spend their money on all the DLC. What are you looking at me for? But what if you're like this dummy here? What if you own Samurai Warriors 4 on literally every console that's ever existed? Well, I'm pretty sure you all know my inability to save money. It's official now. I literally bought Samurai Warriors 4 on Vita and PS3 just to use them in this video for the joke about owning it on every console. I made freaking custom covers for Game Boy Color and Atari 2600. I could have done that with these, but no! I had to spend more money on versions of a game that I will never play. They do look nice in the collection though. But anyways, back on topic. Do I think you should get Samurai Warriors 4 DX? Yes. Do I think you should get Samurai Warriors 4 DX if you already own it on PS4? If you don't have all the DLC and would like to experience it along with starting over, I say why not? But if you already have all the DLC and you're perfectly content with this game on PS4, I don't think it'll be worth it for you. This is purely for those who play on PC and missed out on the original release of Samurai Warriors 4. This wasn't meant to replace the PS4 version, but be a version of the game to be made available to a wider audience on PC, which brings up the next question of whether we'll see other games come to PC. I've been slowly buying up all the PC ports of Musou games, and I'm only missing Dynasty Warriors 6 at this point. if you're trying to find an official way to buy these games, we don't have any Dynasty Warriors games before 7, no Samurai Warriors games before 4, no Orochi games before 3, and I would love to see Steam versions of Dynasty Warriors 4 Hyper, Dynasty Warriors 5 Special, Dynasty Warriors 6, Samurai Warriors 2, Warriors Orochi 1, Warriors Orochi Z, all of which got physical PC ports somewhere in the world. I do still hold out hope that we will see PC and modern console ports of all of the games in the franchise, but it still baffles me that these already established PC ports are being left behind as abandonware. At least we got Samurai Warriors 4 now. Between Samurai Warriors 4 and 4-2, I would say that I like the balanced mechanics of 4-2, but I much prefer the content given in 4. Would I have liked to see those mechanics make their way into this game? Yeah, of course. But I also didn't expect that. This PC port is pretty much exactly what we got on PS4, so I really am having a hard time complaining about it. I already said it before, but the biggest disappointment by far with Samurai Warriors 4 DX is that we still didn't get the Switch port, nor did we get it on PS5 or Xbox Series. So we'll just have to settle for now with what we've been given. What if I want to play it on my N-Gage? Anyways, everyone, thank you so much for watching my video on Samurai Warriors 4 DX. If you enjoyed it, give it a like and subscribe for more. What other games would you like to see ported to PC and modern consoles? Let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to help support this channel and what I do here, you can join the guild just like these awesome people that you're seeing on screen right now. You can join them at the end of every single video for just $1 a month over on Patreon, or you can donate in a one-time fashion and join the volunteer unit over on Ko-fi. A special shout out to my guild generals Beggy Beg Beg and Loose for supporting this channel at the top tier. There are other rewards and other tiers as well, so check out the links that you see on screen, and I will see you all down in the comments.